Winners don't make excuses. The mindset that separates the best from the rest. Visual, fast-paced montage of athletes training, entrepreneurs working late, Harvey Specter walking confidently in a suit. Excuses are the comfort food of failure. They taste good in the moment, a brief, sweet escape from accountability. But they leave you weak, stuck, and hungry for more of the same mediocrity. They lull you into a false sense of security, convincing you that your potential is capped, your dreams are out of reach, and your circumstances are your masters. Today, we dive deep into the mindset of champions, the people who refuse to indulge in this destructive habit. They don't wait for perfect conditions to begin. They don't complain when things get tough. They don't blame external factors or other people for their setbacks. Why? Because winners don't make excuses. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a fundamental operating system for success. Let's break down exactly what that means and how you can adopt it. The core philosophy: own your outcome. Section 1. Visual. Harvey Specter quote on screen: "Winners don't make excuses." Zoom in with dramatic effect. This iconic quote from Harvey Specter isn't just good television drama, it's a profound life principle. At its heart, it's about ownership. Excuses are simply the convenient stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction, to avoid discomfort, and ultimately, to stay exactly the same. They are elaborate narratives designed to protect our ego from the sting of responsibility. But winners? They recognize these stories for what they are: self-sabotage. They don't just rewrite the narrative, they tear it up and start fresh. They embody radical ownership, understanding that while they can't control everything that happens to them, they absolutely control their response to it. Consider the stark difference. Someone making an excuse says, "I didn't fail because of the market. The market was just too competitive, it wasn't my fault." A winner says, "I didn't fail because of the market. I failed because I wasn't prepared enough to navigate that specific market. I lacked a robust strategy, and my product wasn't differentiated enough." Someone making an excuse says, "I lost because of bad luck. The referee made a terrible call, or my opponent got lucky." A winner says, "I lost because I didn't train hard enough to overcome a bad call, or to dominate my opponent regardless of their luck. I need to improve my resilience and skill." That's the profound difference. Winners don't outsource responsibility for their results. They internalize it. They understand that every outcome, good or bad, success or setback, is, at some level, a reflection of their choices, their effort, and their approach. This isn't about self-blame, it's about self-empowerment. When you own the outcome, you gain the power to change it. Visual suggestion: split screen. One side shows a person blaming others, e.g., shrugging, pointing. The other shows someone taking accountability and improving, e.g., reviewing notes, practicing, strategizing. The mindset shift: rewiring your brain for success. Section 2. Visual. Brain animation lighting up, transitioning to a person meditating or journaling. The concept of winners don't make excuses goes even deeper into the psychology of high performance, as explored by thinkers like Nick Hall. He emphasizes a critical truth: your brain is programmable. Your beliefs are not permanent. This is revolutionary. Many of us grow up with limiting beliefs ingrained from childhood, past failures, or societal conditioning. These beliefs often manifest as internal excuses. I'm not smart enough. I'm not disciplined enough. I'll never be able to do that. But these are not facts. They are merely ingrained thought patterns. And just like any pattern, they can be rewired. Through practices like focused hypnosis, consistent meditation, and powerful daily affirmations, you can literally reprogram your subconscious mind. You can dismantle those old self-limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. Imagine the transformation. You can go from automatically thinking, "I'm not good enough to handle this challenge," to actively affirming, "I am constantly learning, adapting, and getting better every single day. My past does not define my future." You can shift from the paralyzing thought, "This is too hard, I should just give up," to a resilient declaration, "This challenge is precisely what is making me stronger." Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. This isn't some mystical magic trick. It's the science of mental conditioning. Elite athletes don't just train their bodies. They train their minds to believe in victory, to push through pain, and to ignore the voice of doubt. Entrepreneurs don't just build businesses, they cultivate an unshakable belief in their vision, even when faced with overwhelming odds. It's about consciously shaping your inner dialogue, because your inner dialogue shapes your reality. Visual suggestion, person repeating affirmations in the mirror, overlay text, I am capable. I am focused. I am unstoppable. Gradually increasing in size and intensity. The power of ownership, bury your excuses. Section 3. Visual. Montage of famous failures. Michael Jordan cut from his high school team. Elon Musk's early SpaceX failures, e.g., rocket exploding. Oprah being fired, e.g., old TV footage, text about being, quote, unsuitable for television news. Every single winner, every titan of industry, every legendary athlete has a literal graveyard of excuses they chose to bury rather than embrace. Their success wasn't handed to them. It was forged in the crucible of setbacks, often exacerbated by the very same excuses that would have stopped others dead in their tracks. Think about it. When Michael Jordan was famously cut from his high school varsity basketball team, he didn't say, "My coach didn't see my talent, it's unfair." That would have been a perfectly valid excuse for many. Instead, he owned the perceived lack of skill and said, "I'll make him see it. I'll work harder than anyone else until I am undeniable." He used that rejection as fuel. When Elon Musk faced multiple spectacular failures with early SpaceX rockets, burning millions of dollars and enduring public ridicule, he didn't throw up his hands and declare, "The technology isn't ready," or "The critics are right, it's too complex." He owned the failures as learning opportunities and relentlessly iterated, saying, "I'll fix it. We will learn from every mistake and push through until we succeed." When Oprah Winfrey was fired early in her career for being, quote, too emotional and, quote, unsuitable for television news, she didn't internalize that as a permanent label or blame her bosses. She said, "I'll build my own empire where my emotion is my strength and my authenticity is my superpower." She transformed her perceived weakness into her greatest asset. Excuses are not just unproductive, they are the insidious enemy of progress. They are invisible chains that bind you to your current limitations. Ownership, on the other hand, is the potent fuel of greatness. It's the engine that drives innovation, resilience, and ultimately unparalleled achievement. When you own your problems, you unlock the power to solve them. Visual suggestion, text on screen, own it. Fix it, grow, with each word slamming onto the screen, followed by a powerful, ascending sound effect. Tools to eliminate excuses. Section 4. Now that we understand the philosophy, the mindset, and the power of ownership, let's get practical. Here are 5 tangible tools you can implement starting today to systematically eliminate excuses from your life and unlock your true potential. 1. Daily accountability journal. Every evening, take 5 to 10 minutes to write down what you plan to do, what you actually did, and, most importantly, why you didn't do something if you fell short. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just raw, honest self-assessment. This reveals your patterns of excuse-making. 2. Morning mindset ritual. Start your day powerfully. Dedicate 15 minutes. 5 minutes of silent meditation to center yourself. 5 minutes of repeating empowering affirmations. I am capable. I am resilient. I take action. And 5 minutes of vivid visualization, seeing yourself achieving your goals without excuses. This primes your brain for success. 3. Excuse audit. Become hypersensitive to the phrase "I can't" or any variation of an excuse. Every single time you catch yourself saying, or even thinking it, pause immediately. Ask yourself, is this a factual limitation, or is this a fear-based excuse? Most often, it's the latter. Challenge that internal narrative. 4. Reframe failure. Stop using the word failure as a definitive end. Instead of "I failed," consciously replace it with "I learned." Instead of "I'm stuck," say "I'm recalibrating and optimizing my approach." This simple linguistic shift transforms setbacks into stepping stones. Embrace the iterative process of growth. 5. Surround yourself with winners. Your environment profoundly shapes your mindset. Excuses are incredibly contagious. If your circle constantly complains and justifies inaction, you'll likely do the same. Seek out individuals who embody ownership, who take action, who inspire you to push past your comfort zone. Choose your circle wisely, because excellence is just as contagious as apathy. Visual suggestion. Each tool appears with a bold icon and quick, clean animation, like a sleek productivity app interface. Perhaps a pen and notebook for journaling, a meditation pose for the ritual, a stop sign for the audit, a puzzle piece fitting for reframing, and a group of diverse, positive people for the last point. The Harvey Specter mentality: make moves, not excuses. Section 5. Visual. Harvey Specter walking into a courtroom with extreme confidence. Confident, powerful music playing. Harvey Specter isn't merely a fictional character, he embodies a potent mindset, a blueprint for unapologetic ambition and relentless execution. He doesn't play to participate, he plays to win. He doesn't wait for permission or validation from others. He doesn't explain himself or apologize for his drive. His famous line, "I don't have dreams, I have goals," perfectly encapsulates this no excuses attitude. He converts abstract desires into concrete, actionable objectives. That's the energy. That's the edge. You don't need a $5,000 suit or a law degree to embody the Harvey Specter mentality. You just need to internalize his core principle. Stop making excuses and start making moves. It's about shifting from passive wishing to active doing. It's about replacing what if with what now. It's about understanding that every moment you spend rationalizing your inaction is a moment lost for progress. If you're genuinely tired of waiting for the perfect time that never arrives, if you're done blaming your past, your parents, your circumstances, or anyone else for where you are, then this exact moment is your turning point. No more excuses. No more delays. No more holding back. Because winners don't make excuses. They make decisions. They make progress. And by doing so, they make history. So the only question left for you is, what are you going to make today? If this message resonated with you and you're ready to level up your life, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Join our community committed to excellence. And always remember, excuses are optional. Winning is a